This is my number one method to make money fast in GTA Online. This is the method I use personally to make millions. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please drop a like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy. So here I'll be giving you a step-by-step guide for the system that I use to get money fast. And first I'll show you how I use the method myself, and then I will give you some more examples of other ways that you can use this method if you don't like the way I do it. So first, here is the full guide on how I do this method. So you want to start with step 1. And step 1 is to simply do either the Cayo Perico Heist or the contract, whatever one you prefer. So for me, I prefer the Cayo Perico Heist, so that is what we're going with here in this video. First, I would recommend doing all of this in an invite only session. Now before we begin, you can actually come to this room inside your Kasatka and get snacks at any time. This can actually help you because of course snacks can actually regenerate your health. If you're about to die, you can just eat some snacks and get yourself back up to full health. But let's get started here. The first part of the Cayo Perico Heist is scoping out the island. So start up gather intel, and it will tell you to go to a location and get a plane so you can fly over to Cayo Perico. Now what you can do is go over and just sit in this chair, and you can actually fast travel to somewhere close to where you need to go. As you can see, that's exactly what I'm doing right here. You can do that and it will just save you a little bit of time. Okay, so you want to exit your Kasatka, and if you have the Sparrow, as you'll see I have the Sparrow here, you can just use that to get out and fly over to the plane. But if you don't have a Sparrow, you can just exit on foot, and then you can request a boat and use that to get back to land, and then request another vehicle from there. But I'm using the Sparrow right here. I'm just going to fly over to the plane. But just make your way over there, and then you can take the plane and go over to Cayo Perico. So here we are. I'm just going to land my helicopter right here, and when you do get over to the plane, there will be a bunch of enemies over here, and what I like to do is just blow up their car. And if you want to do that, just make sure you don't blow up the plane. But I like to just stand at a distance and kill them from a distance, so it's harder for them to kill me. Now you don't actually have to kill these guys, but of course killing these guys will make it easier to get in the plane. But anyway, once you've killed all of the guys, just go over and get into the plane. And once you're in the plane, you can fly to Cayo Perico. There will be a little yellow marker on your map. You just want to fly towards that. It will be all the way down at the bottom of the map, so just fly down there and it should take you straight to Cayo Perico. So we're just at the bottom of the map here, and as you get closer to the yellow marker, it should just take you straight to a black screen, and then it will take you to the island. So here we are, Cayo Perico, and what we need to do is make our way to the communications tower to look for the primary target that we'll be stealing from El Rubio. Now I'll show you a very simple route that you can take through the island to make this as simple as possible. So you'll have this cutscene right here where the guard will search you, and as soon as that cutscene is done and you've got control of your character, you just want to run straight forward and head straight for this bike. So you want to take the bike, and we'll be using this bike to move through the island. So as soon as you grab it, you want to take a right up here and start driving across this grass area. Just keep going straight through all of this. Over here we're coming up to a dirt road. You just want to cross over that, just straight over it, and then the other one right here as well. And then you want to go off to the right, and there is a cliff that we need to use to jump over to the other side. So it's this right here. Drive straight towards it, pick up some speed, and just before you hit it, you want to pull a little bit of a wheelie, and if you do it correctly, it should just send you straight over like it did right there. And you just want to then just keep going forward then take a right here and just watch out for guards. Pay close attention to your minimap because you want to move where I'm going here, just keep going exactly the way I'm going, but you want to avoid all of the guards and the cameras, so just be careful. So just keep going where I'm going, pay close attention to your minimap, watch out for the guards, and as you'll see right here, the communications tower is right in front of me, so that doesn't really take long. It's very simple to move through the island like that, and we're already here at the communications tower. Now sometimes the signal box can be on the ground, like right here I got lucky and it was on the ground. Sometimes you might need to climb up the ladder to get to it though, but once you do have it, you will then just want to go into it and you just want to match the bottom number to the top number. It'll give you a target, you just want to get that. As you can see, I've got it here, so you just want to match it up so it adds up to the correct number. And once you've done that, you can then quit out of it and go to your phone, go to Sightseer, which is the bottom right. This will take you to the security cameras, and now what you want to do is just keep scrolling to the right. Just press right on your D-pad and just keep going until it takes you to the basement. Then you want to move your camera to reveal the primary target. Sometimes it will be in that glass case right there, but if it's not, just keep moving your camera to the left and it will show you the safe. And from here you can look through the other cameras to look through the storage rooms if you want to, if you're doing this with a friend, or if you're planning on using door glitches or something like that, you can look at the storage rooms if you want. But you don't have to do that, and if you're doing it solo without using any glitches, then there's no real need for you to look through these cameras. So you just want to quit out of the cameras, and now once you're out of the cameras, you can just leave the island if you want to, but I would actually recommend going and scoping out the drainage tunnel. So you want to make your way over to this spot right here to scope out the drainage tunnel. Having the drainage tunnel as your entry point will make the finale so much easier. So just head over where I'm going right now, and you want to go round to the back of the compound. So here we are. You just want to then go down here and you can just swim over there round to the back of the compound, and then we can dive down and look for the drainage tunnel. Now you only have to scope this out once, so if you've already scoped out the drainage tunnel on your character, you don't have to do it again every time. You just have to do it once and it should stay there every single time you want to do the heist. So the drainage tunnel is just down here. I've already scoped it out, but if you haven't scoped it out already, as soon as you swim down here and see it, it should say just above your minimap that you've scoped out the drainage tunnel. But since I've already done it, I've already got it scoped out, it doesn't say that for me. But like I said, you only have to do that once, and then every time you do the heist, the drainage tunnel should be an option for you. Now another thing you want to scope out is the main dock. I would recommend scoping that out as well if you haven't already. So I'm just taking this boat right here round to the main dock, which is just round this side of the island where I'm going right here. So here we are, this is the main dock right here, and once you're over here at the main dock, what you want to do is take out your phone, go to Snapmatic, and then just take a picture of it, and it should give you the option to send the picture to Pavel, and that's exactly what you want to do. And then that's it, you've scoped out the main dock. Like I said, for the drainage tunnel, you don't have to do that every time, just the one time, and then you should always have it. Now here's a tip to get back to the airstrip once you've finished scoping out the island. Once you've finished scoping out the island, you can either get caught by one of the cameras or one of the guards, and what this will do is it will just take you straight back to the airstrip instead of you having to make your way all the way there. Also, another thing you can do is just take the easy way out by drowning or jumping from a high height, and it will take you straight back to the airstrip as well. Now another thing you can also do is scope out this hangar right in front of me here. I didn't do it here, but what you can do is actually check the loot inside this hangar if you want to, and then you can just see what your secondary loot will be for the finale. But anyway, once you're finished, you can then make your way over to the plane, press right on the D-pad to go back to Los Santos, and then once you're back at Los Santos, what you want to do is just set your spawn location to the Kasatka, and then go to your pause menu, go to online, find new session, and start up a new invite only session. This will just take you straight back to your Kasatka, and then you don't have to make your way back there yourself. Now once you're back inside your Kasatka, you actually want to make sure your Kasatka is over at Vespucci Beach, so you can sit back in this chair that I showed earlier and fast travel to Vespucci Beach. But as you can see right here, I'm already there, so I don't have to do that. Once you've got your sub at Vespucci Beach, what you want to do is then just go back over to your board, and now we can start the prep. So the approach vehicle we're going with here is the Longfin. The Longfin has a pretty easy mission, and I'll show you exactly how to do it right here. So as you can see, it says go to a police station. Now this can be a few police stations, you might not get the same one I've got here, and that's fine because no matter what police station it is, the mission is pretty much the same. But what you want to do is just make your way over to the police station. Now when you do get over to the police station, you will need a truck to get the Longfin. Now the mission will give you a couple of trucks that you can go and get, as you'll see on the minimap. But what you can also do is if you've got a Phantom Wedge, you can call that in and use that for the mission. But anyway, once you've got your truck, you will then just want to head over to the police station. But I recommend having your interaction menu open, go to your inventory, then go to snacks, and then just reverse the truck into the police station and grab the Longfin that way. Having your snack menu open means when the police shoot you, you can just eat snacks to regenerate your health. Now it doesn't really matter if you die, you can actually die as many times as you want on these setup missions, but just to make it faster and make sure you don't die, just eat snacks and you should hopefully have no problems grabbing the Longfin. So we've just grabbed the Longfin, we're now just going to drive away here. Now it will say lose the cops when you get the Longfin and you're driving away with it, but what you actually want to do is head over to this location right here. Just mark it on your map and head straight to this location. And it doesn't matter if you lose the cops before you get there. So here we are, we're at the location. This is actually where you need to bring the Longfin to. And as you can see, I still have the cops on me, but that's not a problem. If you get here and you still have the cops on you, it's fine. Just park the Longfin right here, get out of the truck, and then you just want to take the easy way out, and you can do that by just simply blowing yourself up. Wasted, and then when you respawn, you should not have the cops chasing you anymore, and now you can just get back in the truck and deliver the Longfin. So here we go, just get back in your truck, take the Longfin to the yellow marker, which should be just beside you, and then that's it, you've completed this setup mission, and now you can move on to the next one. So just head back to your Kasatka and you can do the next prep mission. Now we're on to the equipment, and the first one, demolition charges. Don't do that one, just completely skip it and move on to the next one. And you'll either have plasma cutter or safe code. As you'll see right here, we've got plasma cutter. If you've got the safe code mission, that just involves going to a casino penthouse, killing a bunch of guys in there and looking for the guy who has the safe code, getting the safe code, and then head back to your sub. Now for the plasma cutter mission, you want to go over to a safe house, which is where we're going right here. Now once you do get over to the safe house, what you want to do is just run straight inside, and then when you get inside here, you're just looking for a board that basically has some plans on it, which is this board as you can see here. You just want to take a picture of it, so just go to your phone, go to Snapmatic, and then take a picture of it. It should then give you the option to send it to Pavel. That's exactly what you want to do, and as soon as you've done that, just head straight outside. Now once you go outside, there will be another location that you need to go to collect the plasma cutter. So here, if you have a Sparrow and you have missiles on your Sparrow, you can use that if you want to. But what you can also do is just call out an Oppressor Mark II, like what I did right here, and you can use that for the mission. So I have to go over to Rockford Hills. You might need to go over to a different location, but it's basically the same thing. You'll have some enemies that you have to kill over there, and you can pick up the plasma cutter. So if you've got a vehicle with missiles on it, you can of course just fire your missiles at the enemies, just like how I'm doing with my Oppressor right here. And I do actually die right here because there was an enemy that I didn't realise was there when I was going in to pick up the plasma cutter, and I just wanted to show you this because it actually doesn't matter how many times you die on these prep missions. You can actually die as many times as you want, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really affect the mission. So my Oppressor Mark II ended up just being destroyed in the fire that was in the middle there, and I just had to wait until I could call it again, and I then just picked up the plasma cutter and headed straight back to my Kasatka. And now we can move on to the next prep mission. So for the next prep mission, we've got the fingerprint cloner, and this involves you going to a warehouse, so just make your way over there. Once you do get over to the warehouse, there are some cameras outside that can spot you, and there is a way to turn them off, but I don't really see much point in doing that since the enemies will see you anyway. So you just want to make sure you've got a gun out before you run inside, and then that means as soon as you're inside, you can just take the guys out straight away. And like I said before, it doesn't really matter if you die on any of these prep missions. But anyway, once you've taken out all of the guys inside, just make your way to the back, over to the laptop, and then hack the laptop. Now to hack the laptop, you just have to line up the correct letters, so they'll be highlighted in red, and you just want to select them as they move down. And once you've done that, you've hacked the laptop. Now you can just head outside and make your way over to the archive. Now the archive can be in a few different locations, the same as the warehouse. The warehouse can also be in a few different locations, but it's the same thing as you go inside. It's just the location that's different. So no matter what location the warehouse is in, the mission will be the same when you go inside. The same with the archive. Doesn't matter what location it's in, it will still be the same when you go inside. So here we are, we're over at the archive. There are some cameras here as well. You can shoot them with a silenced weapon to take them out if you want. That will just prevent some enemies coming at the end, but you can fly away from them pretty easily, so you don't really have to bother if you don't want to. But just head inside and there will be no enemies inside here, so you can just run around and look for the fingerprint cloner. Now usually it's at the back where I found it here, but it might be in a different spot for you. But once you've found it, you can just turn around and go back outside. Now I didn't take out the security cameras, so I will have some enemies out here. Like I said, you can take them out if you want. You can just shoot them to take them out, and it'll prevent these enemies from spawning. But it is pretty easy to fly away from them. They shouldn't bother you too much if these enemies do spawn. But once you've got the fingerprint cloner, you're back outside. Just make your way back over to your sub. So that's another prep mission done, and now we're on to the cutting torch. Now the cutting torch is something you will have if you scoped out the drainage tunnel, and this is the reason why we don't need to get the demolition charges. If you don't have the cutting torch, you will need to get the demolition charges, but if you do have the cutting torch, you can actually go to the primary target without using the demolition charges. But for this mission, you have to go to a construction site, and just like the rest of the missions, this can be a few different construction sites throughout the city. Now once you do get over to the construction site, somewhere around here you'll be able to find a hard hat, and you can actually pick up the hard hat, and if you've got the hard hat on, it makes it easier to move around the construction site because the enemies here won't actually bother you. You can basically just run straight past them and they won't do anything to you. If you've not got the hard hat on, they will start shooting you straight away, but if you do have the hard hat on, they won't bother you when you run past them. Just make sure you don't stand in their cones too much. As you can see on the minimap, there are a bunch of blue cones in front of the enemies. You don't want to stand in that for too long, even if you've got the hard hat on, because then they will start shooting you. So just run past them, and you can just look in all these boxes that are around the construction site and try to find the cutting torch. So here we go, I found the cutting torch over here in this box. I just need to pick it up, and once you've got the cutting torch, you then just want to make your way back over to your Kasatka. This mission is pretty simple, especially if you've got the hard hat on. It should only take you a few minutes to complete this one, and then after this one we just have to get the loadout, and then once we've got our loadout we can then move on to the finale. So now we're on to the weapon loadout, and you can go with literally any of these. It really doesn't matter because the method that we'll be using right here won't really be using the loadout much, so you can go with whatever one you want. I just went with the aggressor, which is the one with the assault shotgun. Now when you do start up the mission for your loadout, if it says go to Merryweather HQ at the bottom, just go to a new invite only session. The Merryweather HQ mission is really long and it can be annoying to do that one, so if you do get it, just switch to a new invite only session. But any other mission where it tells you to go to any other location, that's fine. So yeah, if you do get the Merryweather HQ mission, just switch to a new invite only session, go back to your board and select your loadout again, and it should give you a different mission. If it gives you Merryweather HQ again, just do that same thing again until you get a different mission. Once you do get over to where you need to go, you then just want to go inside. I recommend landing on the roof and going inside because there will be no enemies on the roof, but there will be enemies down at the front door downstairs. And once you get in here, you can just kill some of these guys. You don't have to kill all of them. The guys on the right side behind the glass, there should be at least one over there behind the glass. You don't have to bother with him. He can't kill you through the glass anyway. So you just want to kill all of the guys that can actually hit you. So like I said, the one who's behind the glass, don't bother with him because he can't hit you anyway. But the ones who I'm killing right here, kill them. And there is another one in another room off to the left side of the office. You don't have to bother with him either because he won't actually come out. But once you do go over to the safe, I just went over there, tried to open the safe. It will say you can't open it, and all you have to do is just turn around and then go over to the laptop and hack it. And you just have to find the correct numbers here. This can be tricky trying to find the numbers because there's so many numbers on the screen. I struggle with this myself sometimes. It shouldn't be too difficult for you to find them, and once you've found the correct numbers, just select it, and then you can quit out of that, go over, open the safe, and then you can pick up your weapons. Now you can just run straight outside. As you can see, that enemy that I was talking about in the room, he's still there. The other one is still behind the glass as well. I didn't bother with him. And if you landed on the roof, make sure you exit to the roof as well, so you can just immediately get back into your vehicle, your helicopter or oppressor or whatever you use to get over here. You can get straight back into your vehicle and fly away back over to your Kasatka. Now there are quite a lot of enemies in there, and like I said, on any of these missions you can die pretty much as many times as you want, and it doesn't really affect much. You can just keep going. It will just respawn you inside the office if you die on that mission, so you can then just run back in and try again. It's not really a big deal. But now we're heading back to the Kasatka and we can move on to the finale. Now there are some disruption missions that you can do as well. They're completely optional, you don't have to do them. They can make the heist a bit easier to complete, but you don't really need to do them, and with the method we'll be using here, the heist is already pretty easy to complete anyway, so you won't really need them too much. You can do them if you want, but we won't be using them here. So here we're just moving straight on to the finale. So here we go, the Cayo Perico Heist. We're all set up and ready to go, so you just want to start up the heist and then select all the stuff here. So approach vehicle is the long fin, infiltration point, select main dock, compound entry point, you want to select the drainage tunnel that we scoped out earlier, escape point, none of these really matter, you can select any of those, but I went with main dock. Time of day, set that to day, and when you go into loadout, just make sure you select the suppressors. And once you've got all that, you're ready to go, so just completely launch up the heist. So now on to the finale. So for the finale, the first thing you want to do here is just turn left and you want to head towards the airstrip. So the airstrip is just over here where I'm going right now. Now once you do get over here, you just want to leave the boat right here, get out of the boat and then go on to land, run over in this direction here because you want to head over to the airstrip, and there is a big red hangar that you want to go inside because there will be some secondary loot in there. Now outside this hangar there is a guard here and you can just let him walk by and leave him alone, or you can decide to kill him, which is what I did here. But either way, it doesn't really matter, you can kill him or you can just leave him, just make sure he doesn't see you. But once you get inside here, you will then want to just look for some secondary loot, and of course you want to take the best that you can get in here. Sometimes you can get lucky and find some really good loot, sometimes it's not that great, sometimes you can find some decent loot. It's not great, but it's not the worst either. Now that was the first spot where you can find some loot. There is a second spot upstairs, and to loot that you just have to grab the forklift that's inside this hangar, pick up this box that I just picked up here with the forklift, and then park the forklift right here, and then you just want to get out, climb on top of the forklift, then onto the box, and now you can climb over here, and there is another spot in here where you can grab some more loot. Now the loot I got here, it wasn't the best, but it's not the worst either, it's not too bad, so I'll just take what I've got here. Of course you can choose to loot other spots, there is another one on the airstrip as well, and there are some other spots at the main dock, or if you wanted to head round to North Dock, there are some there as well. But this one is the easiest one to loot, so that's why I recommend this one, because there are barely any guards here. There's basically just one guard outside and you can just take him out very easily. It's very easy to not get spotted here. But anyway, once you've grabbed your loot from the airstrip inside that hangar, you just want to run outside. If the guard is still alive, make sure he doesn't see you, of course, but you just want to run straight over to where I went right here, and your boat should still be here waiting for you, so you can then just swim over to the boat and get in it. Now once you're in your boat, you will then want to turn around and make your way round to the drainage tunnel, which is round at the back of the compound, and that is how we're going to get inside the compound. So you just want to go straight forward here and just wrap completely around the right side of the island to then get around to the back. So just keep following the water round here until you can actually go around the island and follow all the way round to the back. So here we are, we can now turn round and we can now see the back of the island, and this will take us round to the back of the compound, and we'll be entering in through the drainage tunnel. So you can see on my minimap now, the drainage tunnel is marked on my minimap. I can then just jump out of the boat, and now what you want to do is just swim down. You can see the drainage tunnel right there. You can press left on your D-pad to put on a rebreather as well if you're running out of breath and you don't want to die, of course. But anyway, once you get down here, you then want to press right on the D-pad to go inside the drainage tunnel, and then of course you can cut open the grate just like this. Okay, so now we've got it open. Now what you want to do is just swim straight up here and then you can press right on the D-pad again to go inside the compound. Now once you're inside the compound, there is a very simple route that you can take through the compound where no guards will see you, and I'll show you exactly how to do that right here. So the first thing you want to do is run up these stairs, take a left and climb over this, run straight through here, turn left and go by these trees, turn right, climb up here, and then just run straight forward. Watch out for the guard on the left here, wait until they move out the way and they can't see you, and then you can just run up these stairs, past this guard and also this guard, and then just run straight up the stairs to this point. Now once you get here to this corner, you just want to basically wait right here and wait for this guard to come down the stairs. Once he does, you can then just run right by him and straight up to El Rubio's office. Of course, once you get in here, just make your way over to this safe to get some extra cash from the safe. And once you've got that cash, go over to the elevator and you can start hacking the keypad. Now to do this, you just match the fingerprint on the left with the fingerprint on the right, and you'll have to do this 3 times, or if you're doing this on hard mode, you will have to do an extra one, so that'll be 4 fingerprints you'll need to do. Okay, so that's the keypad now hacked. We can then make our way into the elevator and down to the basement. Now once you get in the basement, just head straight over here and then you can cut open the lock. And of course, if you've got a target in the glass case, you can go over to that to get in there. If not, if you've got something in the safe, Pavel will text you the code for the safe and you can then use that code to open the safe, just like how I did right here. But anyway, once you've got the primary target, just go back up the elevator again to get back up to the office. Head straight out and go the same way I'm going right here, past this guard, and then downstairs there's another guard right here, but you don't have to bother with him. Now you just have to watch out and make sure these guards don't see you. There is a juggernaut walking around and you want to make sure he doesn't see you. So as you can see on my mini-map, the place where I want to run to, there were some guards there that could see me if I ran right past. I waited for them to get out the way and then I could just run straight out here, straight up these stairs and just run to the front gate, making sure no guards see me at all the whole time I'm doing that. So you can see on the minimap there will be some cones of vision, and you just want to make sure you don't go in the little cone in front of the enemy, because if you go in that means they can see you. But anyway, once you do get out of the compound right here, you just want to run straight forward, and there will be a guard right here standing next to a bike. You can just kill him and then you can take the bike, turn around and head in this direction, and basically you just want to jump off the island with the bike. So just go straight through here and just basically just drive straight off the edge of the island with this bike, just like this. Once you're in the water, just get off the bike and then dive underwater. I'd recommend swimming underwater here. Of course, you can press left on the D-pad again to put a rebreather on if you want. But swim in the direction I'm heading in here, so it's kind of off to the right side a little bit, just like this. And just keep swimming out in this direction. Eventually, you should just finish the heist. So that's it, here we are. The heist is over. We've now completed it. And we should get some pretty nice money for this heist. Heist passed, and if you do this the way I showed right here, you should get the Elite Challenge if you do it fast enough. But with this method, it shouldn't be too difficult to complete it within the time. You have 15 minutes. I did it in 10 minutes. It is possible to do it a lot faster than that actually. But as you can see, full loot bags, didn't fail any hacks, and also completed it within the time. So we got $1.1 million for that heist. So that is the heist done. We've just made $1 million with that. And once you have completed the heist, you can then move on to step 2. And for step 2, what you want to do is head over to Vincent, which is this V icon on your map. If you don't have that, just wait for a phone call from Vincent and then it should be there. Now before you begin, I would recommend grabbing snacks and armor, because of course you will probably need those when you're doing a heist. So before you even begin with the Cayo Perico heist or the contract or whatever you're doing, I'd recommend having snacks and armor. Same with Cluckin Bell, make sure you restock snacks and armor. Now the Cluckin Bell Farm Raid. For this there are 5 setups and then the finale. And the first prep mission here is Slush Fund. Now for Slush Fund, the first thing you want to do is just run out and get into your vehicle, or if you don't have a vehicle out right now, you can just call one out and use it for this mission. But you just want to start by making your way over to point A on your map, location A. Now once you do get over here to location A, there will be a bunch of enemies outside. Just make sure you kill some of them. You don't have to kill every single one of those enemies, you can just kill a few of them and then run straight in like I did. But you can just kill all of them if you want to. Once you get inside, there will be 2 enemies in here, and once you kill them, another one will spawn. You can just throw a sticky bomb to the back of the room, or you can just wait for them to run in, just like how I did right there, and then kill them. But once you've taken out all the enemies in here, just start grabbing the cash. So we've grabbed the first lot of cash, now I'm grabbing the second lot of cash. So once you've grabbed all the cash, just make your way outside, and if you want to take out some more of the guys that are out here, of course you can. There are still some enemies here, but I'm just eating snacks to refill my health instead of killing them. If I do that, I know they won't be able to kill me. But anyway, once you do get outside, just make your way over to point B to then collect the rest of the cash. Now at point B, again, you can kill all the guys here if you want to, but what I like to do is just throw a sticky bomb at this van right here, and then just drive my bike straight in to this door like this. Now that will still leave a few of the guys there for when you come back out, but they should be pretty easy to kill. Now once you do get in here, again there will be 2 guys in here. Once you kill them, another one will spawn. You can just throw a sticky bomb at the back and blow it up when he runs in, or you can wait for him to run in and then just kill him like I did right there. Either way is fine, but once you have killed him, you can then just start grabbing the cash in here. Now in this room, there are 3 lots of cash. In the other room that we just looted before this, there were 2 lots, so this one has an extra one, so just keep that in mind. Make sure you grab all of the cash. Okay, so now once you've got all the cash, just make your way out of there. You might want to eat some snacks or put on some armor before you go back outside if you didn't take out all of these guys. But if there are any guys left, just quickly take them out and make your way out of there. And now all you have to do is just head back to Vincent's lockup. Just be careful on this drive back, especially if you're on a bike, because there will be some enemies spawning when you're on the way back here, and because they're shooting you, the traffic can go pretty crazy and could potentially knock you off your bike. That has happened to me a few times, but you can follow the exact route that I'm taking here. This is a pretty good route back to Vincent's lockup. Just straight through here, and then once I get through here, take a left, and then Vincent's lockup is basically at the top of this hill. And here we are, Vincent's lockup, and that is it, mission passed, and we can then move on to the next prep mission. So just make your way back over to Vincent to do the next prep, and you'll have to wait for a phone call from him. As you can see, I just got the phone call, but once you do get the phone call and you're over here, you can start up the next prep mission, which is breaking and entering. So for breaking and entering, you just want to head over to your vehicle, and it will tell you to go to either the terabyte or the laptop. I recommend going to the laptop first. Now the laptop will be over at the pier, so just make your way over there, and once you do get to the pier, just head over where I go right here. The laptop can be anywhere in this area, and what I do is I just fire my gun. I just drive around firing my gun until I see a red dot on my map, because the red dot is the guy you're looking for who has the laptop. Now when you do see the red dot, don't follow the red dot, just go to where the red dot on your map first showed up, because that is where the laptop will be. So as you just saw there, he ran away, but I just went to where he first showed up and the laptop was right there and I could grab it. But once you do have the laptop, just then make your way over to the terabyte. Now the terabyte can be in one of 3 locations in one area of the map, and once you do get close to where the terabyte is, it will just give you a big yellow circle which gives you the rough location of where it is, and you have to find where it is in that yellow circle. Now that might take a little while for you to find the terabyte if it's your first time doing this or you haven't done the Cluckin Bell Heist much, but once you do it more, you'll start to learn where they are and it'll become easier to find the terabyte. But the one in this spot, this is where it is, so if you get this one, you know where it is, it's in this spot here. But anyway, once you get over to the terabyte, you'll want to take out the drones. I'm just using my minigun, but you can use basically any big gun, or you can even throw sticky bombs at the drones. But if you're throwing sticky bombs, just be careful because the drones can shoot the sticky bombs, which will blow you up, and you don't want that to happen. But once you've taken out the drones, just head inside, grab the hacking device and make your way back outside. And once you're back outside, you want to make your way over to the train. Now you have to wait for Vincent to tell you that you're looking for the train, and then it will show you where to go. But I already know where to go right here, and you can basically just follow me. You can make your way down to this spot and then just drive straight through here and back up through the other side. Or if you just want to wait, you can follow the yellow line on the map, as you can see right there, and that will take you to the train. But I would recommend going down these train tracks here because it is a direct route just straight to the train. And once you get here, you're basically looking for a guy who has the keys, so you just want to basically run in here and just start killing a bunch of guys until you see one drop the keys. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just running right in there and grabbing the keys like this. And if you are using this strategy of just running straight in like this, I would recommend just watching your health and making sure you're eating snacks and putting on armor to refill your health, because of course you don't want to die. You do have 1 life, so if you die once, it's not really a big deal, but I would just avoid dying. But once you've got the keys, you can then make your way to the front of the train. You have to go around the right side of the train to get in it, but just get inside the train and drive away. Now once you're driving the train, it will give you prompts every now and again to change the lights. So just press that button every time it tells you to press that button. As you can see right here, it's telling me to do it right now. So you just want to do that. It will change the lights and then you can just keep going. So just basically hold down the accelerator the whole time, just keep the train moving, and every time it tells you to change the lights, just make sure you do that. Now most of these enemies along the way won't really bother you. You can just pretty much ignore them. As you can see, the whole time I'm going here, I'm not even bothering with them at all, not bothering to shoot them or anything. But there are some that can land some big shots on you, and if that happens, you can just quickly open up your interaction menu, go to health and ammo, and then just quickly eat some snacks. You'll see me do that a few times throughout this journey right here. I actually think I'm about to do it right here in a minute. Yeah, so I'm getting ready for it just in case these guys shoot me here, because some of these guys at the end of the journey here can do that. They can actually take some of your health away. But of course, just most of the drive here is just making sure you change the lights when you're supposed to. And if you have to refill your health, just eat some snacks and that will take care of it. But once you get to this tunnel here, that is pretty much the end of the mission. No more enemies will spawn. Vincent will tell you that that's it, you've done a good job basically. And that's it. Mission passed, and you can move on to the next one. So again, make your way over to the same location, straight over to Vincent, and wait for him to call you if he hasn't already. And once you're over here and you've got the phone call, on to the next mission, which is concealed weapons. Now for this mission, you will be given 3 locations that you can go to collect your weapons and equipment for the heist. Now you only have to go to one of these, and I would recommend only going to either A or B. Don't bother with C. So the one I like to go to is B, so that's where we're going to here. So B is out on a yacht, so just make your way over to here to the beach, and once you get over here you can actually grab a jet ski to make your way over to the yacht. So just head over to the back of the yacht, climb up here to then get inside, just run inside the yacht, and there will be a guard here. You can just kill this guard just like this, just take him out very easily, and then you can take out this guard here with a silenced weapon just like how I do right here. Just shoot him, take him out, and then you can move through the yacht. And there are another 2 guards right here. You can just take them out very easily like this as well. And the first lot of equipment that you want to grab is right here. Just grab it, and then you just want to make your way through this door to grab the rest of the equipment. Now I did get spotted here by this guard, but that's not really a big deal. It's still quite easy to just take out the guards and make your way out of there. As you can see, the other guards didn't even shoot me at all. I was able to just run straight out and then make my way completely out of the yacht. So here I am just running straight out, and because I did get spotted, the guards are now after me, but that's not really a big deal. They probably won't kill you, especially if you have snacks and armor that you can keep refilling if you are running low on health. But just make your way away from the yacht now and head back to Vincent's lockup. So you can just head back to the shore and grab your vehicle that you used to get here, and then use that to make your way over to Vincent. And once you do deliver the equipment back over to Vincent's lockup, you will need to go to your phone, go to texts, and then select all of your weapons and equipment on the menu, and then just confirm it. From there, once you've done that, that is it, mission passed, and then you can move on to the next mission. So again, just making your way over to Vincent, waiting for the phone call, and then you can start up the next one, which is called Hit and Run. So for this one, it will give you 3 places where you can go and collect a vehicle. There will be point A, point B, and point C. The best one to go to is point A, because that one is actually the closest to where you need to take the vehicle. So it's very convenient. Both the place where you're collecting the vehicle and the place where you need to take it to are very close together. So just to make this as fast as possible, just head straight to point A. Plus the enemies there are pretty easy. The enemies over there at point A are pretty weak, so you should be fine. But once you do get here, all you want to do is basically shoot this thing right here that I'm shooting. That will open the garage, and you can just kill those 2 guys out the front. Now once you've killed the 2 guys, just make your way in here and grab the vehicle that's in here. And once you do get the vehicle, just head straight out, straight down this road, and you want to take it to the garage. But you want to head on to the train tracks. Now there are a few ways to get onto the train tracks. If you see a good spot to get on the train tracks from here, just hop up on there. The way I like to go is just take a left here and jump across here, but that can be pretty risky because if you don't do the jump correctly, you can land in the water. I actually almost messed that up here. As you can see, I managed to get myself stuck, but I managed to get myself out, so it's okay. But there are other ways to get onto the train tracks. You don't have to go the way I just showed there. That was quite a risky move from me, especially with this van. This is the slowest vehicle you can get here. But anyway, I'm on the train tracks now. That's pretty much where you need to be. Just get on the train tracks, and that will take you straight to where you need to go. It takes you straight to the garage, and it's a lot faster than following the road, which is where the yellow line on the map is telling me to go. Don't bother with that. Just get yourself on the train tracks and make your way straight round to the garage, a lot faster that way. Okay, so we're just coming up to the garage here. So just come off the train tracks. Once you get close to it, smash through that fence, and you can then just drive up to the door and press right on the D-pad to get inside. Once you're inside, just text Vincent to confirm the vehicle and then head back outside. Once you're outside, there will be a car right here. Just grab it and drive away. So it just tells you to leave the area, and that's exactly all you have to do. Just get out of this area. So basically where I go is I just drive straight down this way. I take a left off this road and just drive straight through here, and eventually it should just finish the mission once you're far enough away. And that's it, mission passed. So again, make your way over to Vincent, wait for the phone call, and then you can move on to the next prep mission, which is actually the final one, and that is called Disorganized Crime. So for this mission, you will have to make your way over to the Cluckin Bell outlet, and you'll have to hack some vans to find out the location the cartel is using. Now, if you've played this heist before and you actually know the location, the 3 possible locations where you need to go, you can actually make your way straight over there. Vincent will even tell you that. So if you've memorized those locations and you already know where to go, you can just try those 3 locations to then get straight inside. But if you don't, or you've not played this heist before, basically just make your way over to where it tells you to go and hack the vans, and that will then tell you where you need to go from there. So we've hacked the first van. Now heading over to the second one. What I recommend doing is just killing the guys in the van, so then the van doesn't drive away. Just makes it easier to hack, so you don't have to follow it. You can just stay within the range pretty easily just by sitting in one spot. So it just makes it easier when the van's not moving, but you don't have to do that. You can just follow closely, but there will be a guy shooting you from the van, so I would recommend just taking them out. It should be pretty easy. But anyway, once you have hacked both vans, you can make your way over to the garage. Like I said, if you've done this before, you don't actually need to hack the vans. You can just make your way straight over to whatever garage it is. You can try all 3 locations to figure it out, but if you don't know where to go, just hack the vans and make your way straight over here. But anyway, once you do get here, you just want to go inside, and you can kill this guy at the front with a suppressed weapon if you want. But from there, I recommend just blowing up the trucks and killing everyone inside. You can do a stealth route for these missions if you want, but I don't really bother with the stealth. I just like to go in and shoot everyone. It doesn't really matter to me if I'm doing it stealth or not for the Cluckin Bell Farm Raid. But you can do it stealth if you want, like I said. But anyway, once you have taken out the vans, you can then run over here, grab this drill, and run into this room where you will be checking for a key card. So you just want to go into all of these lockers and keep checking until you find the key card. I got really lucky there and actually found it in the very first one. But if you don't find it in the first one, you can check the other lockers. And then if you get really unlucky, you'll have to go to the other room to check, and there will be more enemies in there, but they should be pretty easy to take out. Of course, if you're doing what I did there, killing all of the guys, just make sure you're eating plenty of snacks and armor to keep your health up. But anyway, once you are back outside, you've got the key card and you're ready to go, just leave the area. Now, when you do get far enough away from the area, some cartel members will spawn and you have to escape them. Now, you can just keep driving away from them if you want, or you can do what I'm doing right here and just killing them. You can do that as well. But anyway, once you've taken out the cartel or you've escaped the cartel and you've left the area, that is it. Mission passed, and we can move on to the finale. So again, one last time, just make your way over to Vincent and wait for the phone call if you don't have it already. And then you can move on to the finale, which is Scene of the Crime. So for the finale, how it starts is you're on this train and the door into the factory will close. If you're quick enough, you can actually just run straight in there before it closes, but if you don't make it in, you don't really have to worry. Just shoot this and it will open it back up again. Then just take out some of the guys in here and shoot this thing to open this door. Of course, make sure you are eating snacks like I've been saying throughout this whole thing. Make sure you're eating snacks and armor to keep your health up if they are getting some shots on you. But yeah, just run in there, take out all of the guys along the way, and you're basically just heading straight for the room at the end of this corridor here. You just want to run straight down here and go right into this room. This will take you down to the basement, and you'll need to just grab some stuff from there. So once you get down here, there will be one enemy in here. Just take him out and then start grabbing all the stuff. So once you've grabbed all the stuff in here, you then just want to turn around, make your way back up the stairs. I'd actually recommend putting armor on before you head out here and refilling your health, because most of the time there will be some enemies right here. So just make sure you take them out, make sure you've got full health and stuff so you don't die here. And there will be a bunch of enemies in this room when you run in here, so just make sure you take them out as well. Head over to here to then go into the next room. You'll have to put the key card in here, then run into the door, and you can go inside from here. And once you do get inside here, there will be two enemies in this room. You just want to take both of them out. And the crates you're looking for are the two at the back. Make sure you go for the two at the back. They will always have the stuff you need. So the two at the front of the room, the two closest to you when you first go in, don't even bother with them. Now, you might not have a crowbar at this point, which means you can't open up the crates, but don't worry, because there is actually one in this room. You just have to find that, grab it, and then you can use that to open the crates. But anyway, once you do grab everything out of that room, just make your way back out and then start heading around to the office. Of course, there will be a bunch of guys on the way there, so you just want to make sure you're taking them out as you go. There will always be a guy on the right there, so just take him out. And once you get to the office, just shoot the lock to open the door, and you can then get inside to hack the computer. Now, once you get here to the point where you've hacked the computer, there will usually be at least one guy waiting for you once you're done with that, so just take him out straight away. And then the hacking device, how that works is when you switch to it, it will tell you where the location is that you need to go. So you just want to look at it, and if it shows blue, that means you're facing the right way. If it shows red, you're not facing the right way, so just head in the direction where it shows blue, and then it should take you to the right spot. Of course, you can switch to your guns to kill some people if they're shooting you, and then switch back to the hacking device if you want. But that's how you follow the hacking device. You just want to follow it until you've found all three spots, and then once you've got all that, make your way back to the office, and you can look at the hacking device to get the code to open the safe, which I just did right there. So just look at your hacking device, that will tell you the code, and you just have to put that same code into the safe here to open it. So once you've got the safe open and you've grabbed the stuff here, you just want to make your way out here. There will be at least one guy there, just take him out and then open up the door. Eat some snacks and put some armor on before you run out here. And once you do run out, just make your way straight over to the garage the same exact way that I'm going right here. And if you want to play it safe, you can actually take out these guys. You can just run straight to the garage if you want, but if you want to play it safe, just take those two guys out before you run inside. Now, once you do get inside the garage, just head straight over to your getaway vehicle, and then you can make your way out onto the train tracks just like this. Just try not to crash into the other tracks like how I just did right there. But you just want to then follow the train tracks. Now, there's a certain point on this road where you will be able to request your personal vehicle. Now, you don't have to request your personal vehicle if you don't want to. You can just use the getaway vehicle the whole time. But if you do want to request your personal vehicle, once you pass this little building on the right side of the tracks here, and you're at this point, you can actually request your personal vehicle if you want to use it. Like I said, you can just use the getaway vehicle if you want, but most people use their personal vehicle at this stage, so if you want to do that, that's how you do it. But anyway, you just want to then just keep heading up the tracks, just keep going this way, head straight through this tunnel and across the bridge. Now, once you get out the tunnel and you're on this part of the track here, you will be coming up to a bridge, but I recommend not actually crossing it. I actually recommend going off to the right like this, and this just makes it easier to lose the cops. Now, once you get to this stage, you can actually just head straight over the river, just like this. Just head straight over, and you can make it to the other side. And now all you have to do is just lose the cops and head to Vincent's lockup. So what I do is I actually lose the cops while just heading in the general direction of Vincent's lockup. So you can see me right now, I'm actually dodging the cops, and that's exactly what you want to do. But I like to take these dirt roads here as well to make my way to Vincent's lockup. So I just drive straight up here, and it basically just takes you up onto a main road that follows all the way down to Vincent's lockup. So I'd recommend heading this way and just dodge the cops. I even jump up onto this hill right here just to get out onto the main road a little bit faster. But yeah, just head in this direction, make your way to Vincent's lockup, and this road that I'm on right here, this is pretty much the road that takes you straight there. Okay, so here we are, just go around here, and that is it. We have now completed the Cluckin Bell Farm Raid. So that is all of the setups done, and now we've completed the finale. So here we are, mission passed, and we will get the money for this heist. And the cool thing is we can now just go and do it again straight away with absolutely no cooldown. And to do that, it's very simple. All you have to do from here is just open your pause menu, then go over to online and then manage characters, and you just then want to swap to your second character. Now once you're on your second character, just go to an invite only session and then make your way over to Vincent. If he's not on your map yet, just wait for him to call you. And of course, if you don't have a second character, you can just go ahead and make one, and then you'll be able to continue using this method. But now on your second character, once you head over to Vincent, you will now actually have no cooldown because you're on your second character. So this means you can just play the Cluckin Bell heist again to get the money. So just play through the whole thing again, and once you complete the finale, you will get the money again, and you get $500,000 for each one of these heists. So that's another $1 million right there once you've completed both runs of the Cluckin Bell Farm Raid. But from here, you can keep making money. The method doesn't stop here. Now we're on to step 3, and from here what you can do is basically get another Kosatka on your second character. I would recommend investing in another one on your second character, because what this means is you will have no cooldown for the Cayo Perico heist. This means you could actually go and play the Cayo Perico heist and get the money from there again. And that is another $1 million. So just go and play through the Cayo Perico heist again on your second character, and that's another $1 million right there. And now, if you want to, you can still keep it going and keep making money on basically an endless loop for as long as you want from this point, because now you can move on to the last step, which is step 4. Basically, just do another 2 Cluckin Bells. Switch back to your first character. Cluckin Bell should be available on that character, so you can then do it again, get the money from that character, then switch back to your second character again, and you can then play through the whole heist again from start to finish and get the money right there. And for those 2 runs of the Cluckin Bell Farm Raid, that's another $1 million right there. And like I said, you can keep it going on an endless loop, because by the time you've done all of that, you can actually go back to step 1, so you can switch back to your first character and do Cayo Perico Heist again on your first character, because you will now be at the end of the cooldown period from the first time you did the Cayo Perico Heist, and during the cooldown period you just continued to make money. So if you wanted to loop it around again and just do all of that again, you can, and there will be absolutely no cooldowns. Now, honestly, this is pretty time consuming, so I don't expect many of you to be looping this any more than 2 times. Some of you might just do this loop 1 time. So let's just run through the steps so they're easy to follow here. We'll just run through them very quickly. So step 1, Cayo Perico Heist on your first character. That should get you over $1 million. Then step 2, do Cluckin Bell Farm Raid on your first character for $500,000, and again on your second character for another 500k, and combined that's $1 million right there. Then for step 3, do Cayo Perico Heist on your second character. That should be another $1 million. And then step 4, go back to your first character, do Cluckin Bell Farm Raid again, then switch to your second character and do it again, and that should be another $1 million combined for both of those heists right there. And then if you want to loop it again, like I said, you can just go back to step 1 and do it all again if you really want to. Now, like I said at the start of the video, this isn't the only way you can do this. This is just the way I use this method personally, but the beauty of this method is you can basically configure it whatever way you want. So like I just said, this is the way I personally use it, just only using the Cayo Perico Heist and the Cluckin Bell Farm Raid, and some of you might like doing it this way, the same way I do it, but you can use the contract if you want to instead of the Cayo Perico Heist. So you could do the contract, then do a couple of Cluckin Bells, and then you could just do the contract again. Or what you could do is do Cayo Perico Heist, then the contract, then do a couple of Cluckin Bell heists, and then go back and do the contract again. Or if you really wanted to, I think you could even completely cut out the Cluckin Bell Farm Raid. You could just do Cayo Perico Heist on your first character, then do the contract, and then switch to your second character, do Cayo Perico Heist again, and then the contract, and then I think after all that you would actually have your contract or your Cayo Perico Heist available on your first character again. So there are different ways that you can use this method, and if you have any other ideas that I haven't mentioned, let me know in the comments. And another thing I haven't even mentioned yet is you can actually make more money by combining this with passive businesses. So while you're doing this, you could actually have your passive businesses filling up in the background. So if you've got your acid lab, your nightclub, your biker businesses, your bunker, whatever businesses you're using, they could be filling up in the background, and then later when you're done grinding this method, you could just go and sell your product and collect the money from your businesses, and that would make you even more money on top of the money you're already making from this. So yeah, basically that is the method. I've shown you the way that I personally use it. I've given you a bunch of different ways that you can configure this to your liking if you don't like the way I do it with the Cayo Perico Heist and Cluckin Bell. And if you have any other ideas that I haven't mentioned in this video, other methods that you like to use to make money, let everyone know in the comments. I want the comment section to also be a money guide on top of the video itself. So this video is a money guide, but I would like for the comments to be teaching people how to make money other ways that I didn't even say in this video. So help each other out, let me know other methods, let everyone know other methods, and I hope you did enjoy this video. I really did put a lot of effort into explaining this, and I hope everything was clear. I hope you do like this method, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please drop a like on the video, subscribe for more GTA 5 videos and GTA 6 videos when it comes out, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day.